This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Micaela Cuellar.
And I'm Ashley Vaughan. Another competition for Texas Tech's meat judging team and another win. The Tech team took first place in the Cargill Meat Solutions Intercollegiate Meat Judging Contest Sunday. They beat 14 other schools, including Colorado State, Wyoming, and my favorites, Texas A&M and Oklahoma State. Tech won 5 different divisions. Way to go.
We'll have an important visitor on campus tomorrow, Congressman Mike Conway. Conway represents the 11th Congressional District, which runs from Brownwood to Odessa in West Texas. He's also chairman of the subcommittee in General Farm Commodities. He will tour Tech's Food Safety Lab tomorrow afternoon at 4. That's in the Experimental Sciences Building, behind Rip Griffin Park.
There might be some other VIPs in another part of campus before that. The Burkhart Center for Autism Education and Research debuts a new facility tomorrow. A ribbon cutting is planned for 11:30 a.m. The new 2-story building has 28,000 square feet of space for patient interaction, research, and teaching. And there's a play area outdoors for kids. It's on 18th Street near Boston Avenue.
Weather specialist Carly Smith warned us on Tuesday that we might be in for a hard freeze this morning.
Yes, she sure did, and it was pretty darn cold out there before my first class. Carly, just how cold did it get last night? Did we reach that hard freeze?
Yes, Ashley, we actually did reach that hard freeze classification, which means that we did drop below 28 degrees last night. So, according to the Texas Tech West Texas Mesonet here on campus, it dropped below freezing first at around 3 a.m. and then we reached a low of 26 degrees Fahrenheit at 7:15 a.m., which means it was definitely pretty cold walking to those early morning classes this morning. So as we take a look at that 3-day forecast, though, you'll see that it isn't staying cold for long. And actually today the high is 68, but as you see, tomorrow morning will be cold once again in the morning with a low of 35 degrees. But temps will once again warm to a high of 68 degrees. And then the game day forecast is looking great Saturday and Sunday because it'll be sunny and skies are clear. So once again, the temperature will be cool in the morning at around 40 degrees, and the highs will climb back into the mid 70s. So it looks like it's going to be another great weekend as far as the weather goes. Ladies, back to you.
Carly, the Kansas State game will kick off early. How cold will it be Saturday?
It will definitely be cold in the morning for any of that tailgating that has to start really early with that 11 a.m. kickoff. So you're definitely going to want to have jackets and maybe a little bit thicker, more of a coat for tailgating. And you might even want to volunteer to be on that grill just so you'll get some of that heat from cooking. But as around kickoff, it'll warm into the 50s. So, and with that sun shining, it probably really won't feel that bad actually in the stadium around 11 a.m. And then halftime, it'll be in the 60s, nearing 70, and the high will be close to 80 degrees, the upper 70s by the time the game is over. So really, it's not going to be that cold of an actual football game.
Thanks, Carly.
The Texas Tech soccer team is in the Big 12 tournament, and football is getting ready for their final home game of the season.
That's right. Plus, don't forget about the NFL and NBA. We have another busy sports weekend in front of us. Thorn Compton joins us from the sports desk with more. Thorn?
Thanks, Ashley and Micaela. Yep, we have a lot on our plate heading into the weekend, and I hope you're hungry for some sports. The number 25 Texas Tech football team is looking to get back to their winning ways this weekend. They are putting the final preparations on their game plan for the Kansas State Wildcats, who come into town Saturday. This is the last home game of the season and has been dubbed the Lone Survivor game. The game will also feature the largest gathering of Purple Hearts winners on American soil in history. Head coach Cliff Kingsbury's father is one of the Purple Heart recipients who will be honored Saturday.
Yeah, that's a huge honor. That's something I've always been very proud of. You know, he's a Marine and a Purple Heart recipient and a Vietnam vet, and that's something I've always been very proud of. And so it'll be great to have him here be a part of that.
Also in the Big 12 action tonight, number 6 Baylor Bears and the number 10 Oklahoma Sooners hook up in Waco. The game starts at 6:30 on Fox Sports 1. The second-seeded Red Raider soccer team defeated TCU 1-0 on Wednesday to advance in the Big 12 tournament. The lone goal was scored by junior Paige Strahan to send the Red Raiders into the second round. They take on Oklahoma State in the semifinals tomorrow night at 8, who upset 3-seeded Texas in the first round. Coach Tom Stone said the tough closing schedule his team played prepared them for the postseason.
Well, most importantly, we're in really good position to play our best soccer. And what you're alluding to is exactly right. When you finish the season with Kansas, Texas, and West Virginia, you're finishing with 3 of the best teams in the tournament, and certainly 3 of the hardest teams for us to play against. And that prepared us for this opportunity.
In the NBA, Dallas and San Antonio were in action last night. The Spurs won a nail-biter against the Phoenix Suns 99-96. Tony Parker had a team-high 20 points. It wasn't all good news, though. The Mavericks fell to the Oklahoma City Thunder 107-93. Monte Ellis turned in a respectable 20 points, but the Mavs D was no match for the return of Russell Westbrook. He and Kevin Durant combined for 45 points and 14 assists. The Rockets take on the Los Angeles Lakers tonight in Dwight Howard's first game against the Lakers in L.A. since leaving the team in the summer. The game can be caught on TNT tonight at 8:30. In the NFL, both the Cowboys and the Texans are in action Sunday. Defensive coordinator Wade Phillips will be the interim head coach for Houston Sunday as they take on the Arizona Cardinals at 3:30, while Dallas looks to slow down one of the best offenses in the league in the New Orleans Saints in the 7:30 game Sunday night. A big weekend for West Texas sports fans. Get out to the game Saturday and support your Red Raiders and our nation's veterans. Back to you two in the studio.
Thanks, Thorn. That's all for this Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Be sure to check ttuhub.net for more news, and we'll see you next week.